We can't love. We can't forget so little time. We won't give up. We won't give
Live from Los Angeles, welcome to Good Morning LaLa Land. I'm Dr. Erin.
Hi, I'm Rob Mack.
And I'm Jez Moyer. This is Good Morning LaLa Land, America's first live streaming daily talk show, coming to you Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter. Now also available on Apple TV and Roku.
Right, today is all about Thought Thursday. It's actually all about giving back. We're going to talk about how to create good karma, because that's what all of our guests have done. We're going to talk to one incredible, extraordinary songwriter, producer, and talking about how he is giving back through love through his music. Another woman who is rescuing kittens for her and cats for giving back. Another man who is doing it through fashion, and we're going to also get some psychic readings of giving back through talking with people on the other side.
Love it. And people say LA is only about takers.
After all, we came here to love.
That's right.
We did. We love that song. So excited to have Sebastien in the house.
And we love this community. We want to welcome all of our special guests today. Good morning back there. Sebastien is an incredible songwriter coming all the way from Paris to LaLa Land. Ms. Rebecca Fearing, we've heard so much good things about you, about your life. I can't wait to talk to you more later in the show. And Mr. Sam, you came here. You look so gorgeous. Yes, you, handsome. Creator of the Giving Closet, and he is just such an incredible heart and spirit, isn't he?
So kind.
So you're in Good Morning LaLa Land. We like to know how you start your day. What's your morning routine like? Sam, let's start with you.
Gosh, my morning routine, I get up about a half hour before my other half does. I cherish that time because I can focus on my my affirmations, my positive thoughts, what am I feeling that day, what's elemental, what's going on with me, and how can I honor that. So those first 45 minutes in the morning is so crucial for me, for honing in on what the journey is going to be like for the day.
What was your affirmation today?
Well, my affirmation for today was to be kind to myself, to choose thoughts that lift me up. Definitely.
Love that, Sam.
Smart
Oh,
man.
thanks.
Yeah.
Ms. Rebecca, how do you start your day?
Well, I have a very interesting life, so it's kind of, in a way, chaotic, so I have to be able to roll with the punches. I deal with the paranormal, the normal. I just get up in the morning with a positive attitude. I believe that everybody has to have a really good sense of humor, which I do have. And then I'm very resilient. You know, every day is so different. I never know what to expect. And when you deal with the paranormal and the normal, yeah, that's pretty much what I do. I have a good sense of humor. I roll with the punches, and I just take one day at a time.
Wow, dealing with the paranormal and the normal?
Right.
Start the day goes into the night. It goes
So it's interesting, to say the least.
Oh, absolutely. I can't wait to hear more about that. Seb, what's your morning routine like?
Do I really need to share that here? No.
Yes, please. Now I really want to know.
As a matter of fact, the one thing I try to be conscious of is breathing. It's never something that is given to me. So being alive, just waking up and knowing that I'm alive and starting the day just for today is incredible. So I take that power into my life, and I try to have an intention for the day. What's my intention? Having a goal. And from there onwards, I start my day, but I often pray and meditate, which are the way that I like to start my day often. And then I get on social media, which is a very bad habit. That's kind of, and my coffee and my kiddos and the family and my wife.
I would imagine music plays a role in your morning as well.
Totally. We tend to put in our home some music before we get the kids to school, and have a bit of dancing. I find dancing is very liberating as well, freeing some sort of energies going for me. And having fun is, I think, the number one thing, because my mind can create all sorts of negative thinking, but my mind is not real. I create a lot of stories constantly, and I have to catch myself. And being in the moment is essential to my life, because my brain is like my best friend, but my worst enemy too. So I always have to sort of, be conscious of where I am in the morning.
Amen to that. I completely understand. Well, it was wonderful to start our morning with your beautiful song, We Came Here to Love. Thank you all for being here today. We're excited to talk to you more later in the show.
Right? So I want to start, before we do anything, I have a little gift for you guys this morning.
Yeah.
Oh!
But I'm going to back it up with a little story real quick. So as some of you guys know, I grew up in the mountains of Santa Barbara in almost like a hippie commune. It was like the leftover residuals of the 60s. It was a little bit of chaotic, to tell you the truth. So we lived in this place called Painted Cave. And it was literally kind of like miscellaneous hodgepodge homes. Super cool, super dysfunctional in many great ways. And it was called Painted Cave because there's literally an Indian painted cave down the road. But we also lived like a quarter mile from Jane Fonda's ranch. And we had like celebrities coming through. So it was this really cool, dynamic, different childhood. And I remember we had a childhood friend. His name was Jim Averett. And Jim was kind of like the angel in my childhood because he brought like this incredible love literally into our home. He was just the most giving, most gracious, amazing, just down-to-earth human being. And he taught my mom how to play the guitar. So speaking of music today, he brought all this beautiful music into my house. And my mom kind of didn't really know what she wanted to do in life, but she found kind of solace in creating music with him.
Wow.
So he became this incredible, person in my life. So last night, my mom calls me. She goes, "What's your current email?" Because apparently she has my Yahoo account still. We're gonna update that, Mom. But anyway, so she goes, "Jim has something he wants to send you." So I open my email, and lo and behold, there's a song, and I want to play it for you guys real quick. So let's listen to it.
All right.
Good morning, LaLa Land. How are you today? We're here to lift you up and help you find your way. Hope we can make it a better day to send you off to work or play. Good morning, LaLa Land. With us you'll have a more inspiring day. Good morning, LaLa Land. Good morning, LaLa Land. Good morning, LaLa Land. With us you'll have a more inspiring day.
Is incredible. He actually has a PBS special, an hour-long special event. He's actually Ted Turner's ranch manager. He was Jane Fonda's ranch manager for like 20 years. He's actually singing with Jane Fonda at Ted Turner's 80th birthday. I don't know when his birthday is, but happy birthday to you too, Ted. So we love you, Jim. You are part of our family, and I just love you so much. You've impacted my life. I cried last night listening to the song, just knowing. He also gives back. He has these artists that come into his house and he does for free, produces all their music for free.
Wow.
So talk about somebody who gives back and literally has such abundance of love and community in his life. So yeah.
Just love the song, love his heart. It's
Right?
fantastic. Wow.
Right.
Thank you, Erin, for
Yeah.
sharing that with
Yeah.
us. Thank you, Jim, for sharing your talent and your light. Oh my God, it just makes me want to cry.
Mm-hmm.
It's special, such a special community we have.
Right?
here.
So speaking of community, I think we have
Speaking of community, we are so excited here at Focus TV to announce the new issue of Focus magazine. We are calling it the Empowerment issue.
Drum roll.
Drum roll, please. Part of the Focus TV family, Ms. Kelly Gores is gracing the cover this month. She is the filmmaker behind the Heal documentary. We have a very special interview with Mr. Mark Teschner, Ellen Rakuten, and of course some incredible people. We have a special video about it as well. It's very near and dear to my heart because this issue, I actually was the managing editor.
You
Wow.
did so much work,
Jasmine.
Jazz.
Yeah,
Big
thank
shout out
you.
to Andy and you and everyone that has been involved for sure.
Thank you, Andy, for the opportunity to be such an active part in this community. We have a special look at the video with all of what's inside. Let's take a peek. Welcome to the Focus TV studios in West Hollywood. I'm Jasmine Moyer, host of LA Unscripted and co-host of Good Morning LaLa Land, America's first live streaming daily talk show. And today I have the privilege to announce the latest issue of Focus magazine, and we're calling it the Empowerment issue. These pages are filled with some of the most amazing personalities that are truly empowering others. On the cover is Ms. Kelly Gores, a filmmaker who's dedicated her work to empowering others to take charge of their own health and wellness and heal. We're also proud to feature Mr. Mark Teschner, a 9-time Emmy Award-winning casting director for General Hospital. I had the honor of interviewing Mr. Teschner at Prospect Studios, where he is empowering some of the most talented personalities in daytime television. It is an honor to feature Ms. Ellen Kitten, a 13-time Emmy Award-winning producer known for her work empowering others through The Oprah Show and now in Red Table Talks. She is a true entertainment mogul, a loving mother, and an absolute empowerista. And speaking of empowerista, the creator of the Empowerista show herself, Ms. Alex Worley. And where can you find an LA dining experience that feels like home? Right in Encino on Ventura Boulevard. I had the honor of interviewing Chef Nigel at Davenport's, where it's good food, good friends, and great family. And Focus magazine readers now have a new morning routine. Bel Air has welcomed Mr. Warren Kalute, aka Chef Warren of Holy Juice, an incredible juice bar right at the Bel Air Glen Center. Also in this issue, Mr. Kim Vo, known as the best blonder in the business. No matter what celebrity he's working with, he always goes back to his roots. A special shout out to Ms. Lillian Garcia, who I had the honor to interview for the previous cover of Focus magazine. Part of her empowering tribe is From Music to Mindset with Arden Kaywin and Greg Sims with a practical goal-setting technique. And Elizabeth Winkler contributed a very empowering piece from Laura Wasser, who is changing the face with divorce because it's over easy. Also featured fellow TV host Ms. Lisa Torres, who's empowering us to live a very high vibe life. And not all heroes wear capes, and we're proud to feature Focus TV family member Ms. Sally Colon, the filmmaker behind Women Like Us documentary. And our travel editor, Ms. Wendy Brokaw, contributed a great piece about a chic hotel in the desert. Empowering us all to crack the code on social media, our friend, Ms. Emily Raber. And it was an honor to celebrate the 45th annual Daytime Television Awards. It was conscious conversation and red carpets, an epic week of glamour and giving back. I had the honor of interviewing some of the most prominent people and personalities in daytime television. A special thanks to Mr. Kent Speakman and Connect TV for partnering with Good Morning LaLa Land to empower us and entertain us. It's all empowerment in this issue of Focus magazine. We are the only magazine in the country that offers a full video library to complement our print features. Your favorite interviews are also available as a podcast on iTunes. I'm Jessamine Moyer, and for all of the entertainment, enlightenment, and empowerment we share today, don't miss the latest issue of Focus magazine.
Great job, Jess.
That was
Seriously,
awesome.
amazing
Thank
job.
you.
Congratulations.
Really awesome, Jess.
And a big shout out for sure for Kelly Gores at tonight. They're actually up at Tantras. It's close. It's a sexual thing. Yoga and
See where your
sex.
mind's at this morning
that's
here.
where I'm at. They're doing a showing, a viewing up there, and some Q&A with Michael Beckwith and all the folks from Heal Documentary for sure.
Speaking of empowerment, Jeslyn, you crushed it.
Right?
Oh,
Boy.
thank you, Rob.
Serious.
You are a power player, girl.
I really appreciate that.
Amazing.
I couldn't do it without the both of you. You are my enlightenment. You are my life school every morning. So thank you for letting me
cool.
be a part of your
So
community.
awesome.
It's an honor. Stay tuned. We have some incredible interviews when we come back on Good Morning LaLa Land.
Hello, Los Angeles. I am your host and producer, Alex Worley, filming inside Focus TV's West Hollywood studio. Welcome to Empowerista, a show dedicated to highlighting female trailblazers and empowering you to turn your barriers into breakthroughs.
Hey guys, I'm Amy Paprath.
And I'm Justin Walter.
And this is What's Good, the show that's dedicated to positive, uplifting stories from all over the globe.
Welcome to Good Morning LaLa Land. I'm Dr. Erin.
I'm Rob Mack.
And I'm Jessamine Moyer.
And we're making history as the first live streaming daily talk show.
This is where all kinds of shit happens.
Monday through Friday, we are going to be streaming to you live, Los Angeles, at 9 a.m. Pacific time on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube.
Hi everyone, welcome to the Alyssa Goodman Show. So Kelly, welcome.
Thank you for having me, Alyssa. This is so fun.
I know.
What's up, Rosé girls? I'm Jessica Carroll. Today we're gonna have so much fun because we have fitness personality Katie Austin.
Hey,
we're
thanks for
having
having me
Rosé
on.
with
Cheers.
Katie Austin.
I love it. It
Cheers.
feels like a Saturday.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Millennial Life. I'm your host, Laura Odegaard, and today we are joined by the very beautiful former Miss California and now a TV host, Natasha Martinez. I'm so happy that you're here.
I'm so excited to be here. Thanks for having me.
Of course.
You are tuning in to Slay with Rachel McCourt, and I have a fabulous guest. In studio with me is Liza Glukoff. She's just been named executive producer of programming at Awesomeness TV. I mean, no big deal, but huge. Hi.
Thank you. Hi.
Are we so excited right now?
We are so excited.
I mean,
Thank
we
you for
have
having me.
roses, we have perfect lighting, we've got some Spa Girl vodka in case we get a little crazy.
Hey, Dr. Erin here, teaching universal law and spiritual truth, having a conscious conversation in the heart of Hollywood. And I'm honored to have the guest today, who is Christina Pascucci, who is amazing. Thank you so much.
Oh, it's an honor to be here with you.
Aw.
I so appreciate it.
Hi, I'm Jenna Barnett with Millennial Mom on Focus TV. And today I have Jennifer Yen here today to chat with me about all things mom related. So you actually started your career as an actress and you were on the very famous TV series Power Rangers, right?
Yes, I used to fight them as my first career.
You're watching Beige Bay TV. It's fitness expert and your Beige Bay Edwina Chia. Ladies and genticles, Tiffany Angulo. Thank you for being here today.
Thank you for having me.
Yes. You know, you're my Beige Bay of the week, not only because of your nationality, but because you just seem like the girl who does it all.
Hi everybody, I'm Allie Landry and welcome to Reshape TV. I have created an online platform, reshapelive.com and Reshape TV, to provide a place where women can learn from the very best resources for those of us who are striving to reshape our lives and live an optimal, healthy lifestyle.
Hey LA, I'm Gwen Lane with the LA Girl, and I'm here with Liz Hernandez, former TV host at Access Hollywood and now the founder of Wordiful. So excited to hear more about that. Liz, thank you so much for being here today.
Hi, Gwen. Thanks for having me.
Hi everyone, it's Michelle Gillette, life coach and host of the Spotlight series on Focus TV. And joining us today is our dear friend, Shalini Videra.
And thank you for having me.
Of course.
I'm so happy to be here.
You're the perfect person to be here because we love anything that is, women helping other women, women empowering other women.
Hi, I'm Janet Gunn here with Focus TV for my segment of Fearless Females. And today I interview Doriana Richmond. You're gonna love listening to Doriana. Not only is she beautiful, but she's so heartfelt and she has created this amazing jewelry line called Stone Simple.
Hi. Oh, thank you for that introduction.
Yeah,
Wow.
of course. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Hi, and welcome to Everyday Game Changers, the show that features people giving back to their community. I'm your host, Annalise Getz, and today we are joined by Rolanda Watts. Rolanda is a stand-up comedian, she's an actress, she's a television personality, and she is a philanthropist, which is why she's here today. So thank you for joining us, Rolanda.
Thank you for having me. A joy to be here.
Today on Moms Matter, we're going to talk about money, 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 something that we all struggle with and we need help with, and that's why we have the fabulous Winnie Sun, who's here with us today.
Aw, thank you.
Thank you so much. I know you've been on MSNBC and Forbes, and you are the money expert.
Hey everyone, welcome back to a new magical episode of Soul Reboot. I am your host, Allison Charles. Please welcome and meet this powerful divine queen whose name is Daphne Wayans. I am so happy to be here with you.
I'm so honored to be here.
Back live from Los Angeles, we have the extraordinary singer, songwriter, composer, and producer, Sebastien Izambard. I want to pronounce that correctly. You know him more as Sebdivo, is what that's how I know him.
Yeah.
I'm like, let me see if I can pronounce your last name. It's never going to happen. Everyone knows me. I can't remember anyone's name, so that's just not
I can't even remember my birthday.
Great, I
so don't
know,
worry.
right? And so glad you're here.
Thank you for having me. It's wonderful to talk about something that's different than just music in general. I feel like life has so much to offer, and I'm grateful to be here. It's a wonderful opportunity for me.
But you've learned so much about life through your music.
Yeah, music saved my life. Music was my best friend, was my therapy. But, you know, somehow, and I don't want to say but because it's not a nice word, and I would say that I'm lucky that in my life I found a purpose, and I find why I was put into this world. Music was an amazing therapy. Music was not enough, but music was just a channel between God and myself.
Right. So
you know, it's like,
let's go back. Let's tell a little bit more of the actual story. So you've had obviously great success, incredible success, like 28 million records sold. You've had ups and downs, highs and lows in your life. Take us a little bit through the journey, because some people haven't a story. Tell us your story.
Sure. Well, I think, you know, generally speaking, what brings me to recovery in life is trauma. You know, I think a lot of us who are in this path have had trauma. It's rare to find somebody who's traumaless. And I chose in my life not to stay a victim. You know, what happened to me in childhood, and my parents did the best they could then, and I love them, and I, forgive them for everything that has happened. And I feel like I could either stay stuck in my life and always take a back seat and being the passenger of my life, or drive my own car and said, you know what, let's move forward and let's forgive the past. And that's kind of what was my journey. I had a difficult childhood, and I didn't want to stay enslaved into my past.
But you drove that car to the #1 spot on the French pop charts. I mean, that is incredible.
Yeah, I'm very blessed. I'm very lucky. I worked really hard, but at the end of the day, as I said, I had lost faith because of that trauma. And I always wanted to be in control of everything and everyone, because it was how I survived. It was my safety.
So what was that moment? What was the moment where you went, I'm going to do whatever it's going to take to transform those hard into the light? What was that?
Well, I think few moments in my life where I had to be on my knees, and you know, it was like life and death, where I thought, I'm not worth it. I'm just, you know, I remember being in Turkey and thinking, you know, we were touring, and then what's the point? And I'm useless to the community. And that's where I realized that something had to change for me. And I never talk about this ever. And I think it's always about, especially in my business, looking good, always being okay, being right, control, medicating the pain, all this kind of thing for me. And I had to let go of all of these because it's image driven, right? And it's not true. And I think actually where we're very lucky, we're in that time where it's changing and evolving, and everyone's ready to drop that mask and show, you know, I'm definitely willing not to say I'm perfect. I'm so imperfect, but I'm just noticing it, and I can, you know, manage my life with it. And I have tools today where, you know, I can just tune in with myself and know that it's off, or I can reset my day. I can do things differently.
So what is that? I know I don't want to get too deep into how you do that, but what kind of tools do you use personally to keep your mind right, stay in tune with faith and keep it right?
Well, the first one is my powerlessness of myself. You know, I know that I have adaptation in life that has never worked for me. And it's always a challenge because I'm fighting with myself. That's what I said. It's like my brain is telling me, and I'm not blaming my brain, like it's part of me, but kind of like, what are you doing to me? I have the shitty comedy talking all the time up there, right? And telling me, oh, do this, do that. And actually, it's the challenge of knowing that the story that I write in my life, you know, I'm like, oh, tomorrow it's going to be like that, or in an hour there's going to be traffic when I'm going to head back home. Who knows? I don't know. But just being in the moment and just being okay with what if makes my life completely easy. I don't have to fight my crazy ideas, or I don't have to write my stories or be angry with the past. I just have to be in this moment right now and be, it's great. We're breathing, we're having an amazing time. Like, you know, what else?
So true, so true.
I was just going to ask you, how are you feeling now in these moments when you wake up?
I feel so happy. I mean, I feel that the moment I'm opening my eyes and I'm breathing, as I said to you before, that's a blessing. That's the first thing I have to notice.
So
that breathing is not a given.
Your album is really all about love. I mean, it's like we are here for love. What you talk about how the songs all were inspired from places you went around the world, things you saw, kind of the lessons, the takeaways. Tell us a little bit about that inspiration for the songs.
Well, love should be spread like Nutella.
Oh, you got one of your videos up.
Thank you.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Actually, and the same thing. It's all about nature because I didn't want any fancy car, this, that. To me, it's not about that. It's actually the earth, like what's from the ocean to the earth. We receive the love. Love is everywhere. God is everywhere. It's showing up in every forms. To me, it's here right now. When we're aligned with the truth, when there's no BS, there's no, any of that. I find that the enlightenment, and that is giving me just the power to inspire people. I mean, I feel like that's what we're here for in life, is to regain the light that we've always had within ourselves, and that's what I'm talking about in my songs. And finding that again, putting that fire again, and inspiring people. But inspiration doesn't come from a selling point of view or a forcing thing, right, where you have to convince someone. I think when I'm inspired, it comes naturally to anybody, right? But when I'm not, when I'm trying to sell something, that's the image, and that's where it's not true. So it's about finding the truth all the time. And, it's not perfect for me, but I'm close to God, so I feel like I'm close to my life.
I love that.
So interesting. I just love your perspective, and it resonates with me so deeply because that's been my experience in my life. When I was young, I was wanting to be in control, of course, and as I got older, I was like, I'm not in control of anything, and the things that I did control turned out really, really badly. So maybe I should give that game up, So I let go, and things just sort of improved on their own. But the challenge often for me was like, well, what do I believe? What do I have faith in? And trying to sort and sift through my beliefs in God and religion and spirituality was very confusing for a very long period of time.
Right.
For you, how did you get clarity around that? Was there always a sense of clarity in terms of what you believed, what you had faith in, or is it something that you had to work through?
And I thank you for sharing your experience, and I so relate to what you just said early on. For me, and that's a great question, because for me, finding God was a very strange thing. For me, I couldn't see God on the cross. I mean, I had so many bad experiences with loss as a child. Why is there a God? Like, the good people die and the bad people are still alive. What is that? I had a lot of anger with God and how it looked like for me. And I think it was resistance. The bottom line, it doesn't matter what it looks like, right? It's a God of my understanding at the end of the day. But actually, I really see God as the way, that I understand it. And whether it's Jesus, for me, it's a mix of everything. It's like Buddha, Jesus, this, that. Totally. It's all mixed together. But it's about like living consciously. It's almost that, like not living in the lie, not living in the denying part of my brain, but just being, all right, I screwed up. Okay, that did that. Okay, all right, God. You want? If I do it my way, it just doesn't work. Yeah, and then God says, you want to do it your way, do it. And I'm like, deep down in the mud, And I'm like, okay, I get it. Okay.
Erin
but I make mistakes every day.
When you live your truth.
Exactly.
Your truth.
Yeah. And it's not easy because, that's the hardest part of myself, right? Because there was so much shame as a child that I've always had to have that barrier, and
I had an epiphany right now. It's so interesting because we were talking before about how your Sebdivo sold millions upon millions, and you had this other album that's come out that has been successful but hasn't sold that many, and you've been challenging around kind of where is that receptivity in the world. And I was thinking for a minute, I was like, this is the faith. This is the faith. Like, you put out something that is your highest expression of art, what's from your heart, your truth, and it is being received by so many, and maybe not as many as the other album, but it doesn't matter, because the point is this, is that it is a faith, and that's like maybe the biggest blessing for us, is when we're doing like the show, and what we're doing sometimes isn't received exactly how we should be, but it's actually perfect, because it's what's giving us our practice to stay in faith and live that truth.
Yeah, and that
Like-
just, you know, that's where we feel when we're aligned in this moment, it's about giving back to the community what we've really received. You know, when we get that, I feel like, wow, that's amazing that we can inspire someone in despair. I mean, I've had I did a workshop, if I can talk about it quickly. That was an amazing experience. I can't really. Feel free to ask me on Instagram, Sebdivo. I'm happy to share that. I'm not meant to share the name of the program, not because it's secretive, but just, you know, that's the ethic. But we were hugging people on a pier like that in Venice. And I was in suit, and people looked at me like, and they didn't know what I was doing, but they looked at me thinking, what is this crazy guy
running
in
away
a suit
Trying
on the
to
beach?
hug me.
And then what I noticed the most is, first of all, is all these people, because I get caught into my stories, or I don't want to be approached, or I'm unavailable, I'm on my phone. So it's really good to notice that I am everyone, and I can criticize or be judgmental. But more so, there was a person that was really angry, you know, as I was trying to connect with that person, just because it was about me noticing that I have to create that connection with people. That's my role. That's what I'm here to in life. And then that person was rejecting me, but I stayed like this, and actually he came forward and opened up like no one did. And he was the one that was needing the most, the connection, but didn't know how to express that. And that was amazing.
So powerful. You know, one of the things that we do very firmly here on the show is about being, you know, we're love focused and we're community empowered. And a huge part of that, I know for me personally, is a commitment to something that's invisible. So love is invisible. And I don't know if I'm going to get it back. Faith is the same way. It's like a commitment and intention that you set. And you have to almost wipe out everything in the external environment that suggests you shouldn't be loving people, or you shouldn't have faith because things aren't going to work out. And so I love your dedication, your commitment to continue to be love and to be full of faith, despite how things are turning out in the world. Because we need people like you.
For sure.
Thank you.
For sure.
Where can people follow your journey?
I'm sorry.
Can people follow your journey?
Well, on my Instagram, Sebdivo, that's kind of what I feel like my purpose is now. You know, I mean, it was so driven about music, but I would love to find a way where my music is healing, you know, and I see that backstage people say they have a cancer, or they don't have friends, and that helped them to build a community. But yeah, definitely on Instagram, I try to put inspirational quotes and talk about something in the day.
So good.
Find the time to inspire just one human being is more than enough.
Good. Well, unfortunately, we're running out of time. We want to invite you back for a longer interview. We love your story. We love everything you're up to. And they can find your music also there. If they go to Instagram, they can click on the bio link there.
For sure.
Okay,
They
good.
will.
And your website?
SebastianIzambard.com or ildivo, ILDIVO.com.
Okay, good. So excited. We love your story so much.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Thank you for
You're
taking the
amazing.
time here. So stay tuned, you guys. We'll be right back.
I'm Jess Mollier, co-host of Good Morning LaLa Land with my associate producer, Ms. Victoria Simone.
Hey girl, what are we wearing right now?
Special thanks to J Squad for making us feel like true goddesses today. He's sponsoring the look for all of This Week in LaLa Land.
Yes. Speaking of This Week in LaLa Land, what happened?
We started off interviewing Jane Hansen. She's an Emmy Award-winning OG host of hosts.
What's crazy?
Living legend, right? We also had 2 Emmy Award winners of The Bay, Erin and Santi Nielsen, #relationship goals. And my favorite girl who makes grown men cry was here, Kirsten Collins, releasing her new single, Rainbows.
What a baby.
We are so excited to welcome Dr. Sandra Lee, aka Dr. Pimple Popper, to the studio. She's got over 2 billion views on YouTube, a true skincare sensation. We also welcome to the studio the creative team of Sick 4 Toys, the directors, the producers from my house. We went to the premiere in Beverly Hills that night. Thank you guys so much for tuning into This Week in LaLa Land. Jez, it's going to be a good morning, LaLa Land. Hey everyone, thank you for tuning into This Week in Focus. Victoria Simone here, associate producer here at Focus TV Network, America's first live streaming daily talk show network with my girl, Jez Molina, co-host of Good Morning LaLa Land. So Victoria, tell me what happened this week in Focus. So last week on the Focus TV Network, we had What's Good with Aida Rodriguez, super funny, talented comedian. We had Reshape with LaLa Landry, with legendary Roma Downey and Kyle Richards. We had Moms Matter, hosted by Shirin Yadigar. On that show was Sophia Dixon, founder of Q Wonder. We had Success Beyond Beauty, founder Terry Briggs, with our girl Erica Dela Cruz. Jez, who are we wearing right now? We are wearing J Squad. Special thanks for making us feel like a true goddess here on Good Morning LaLa Land. Speaking of Good Morning LaLa Land, who was on last week? We had legendary host Jane Hansen, the creative team of Sick for Toys, amazing musician, and Kirsten Collins was here, singer-songwriter, and she's making grown men cry. And of course, we had Eric and Santi Nielsen from the Bay. Couple goals. Thanks for tuning in to This Week in Focus. Jez, thanks for helping me out. Live from Los Angeles, welcome back to Good Morning LaLa Land. It's such an incredible honor to welcome our dear friend Sam Russell, the creator of The Giving Closet. Thank you for being here with us
Hey, you
today.
guys.
Thank you
Thanks
so
for having
much.
me.
In the house.
Good morning, good morning,
Sharp
good
as
morning.
ever.
Oh, absolutely.
Thank
You are empowering so many people through wardrobe. It is truly a gift you have in doing this.
Yeah, it's been an exciting journey. In 2011, I started a passion project where not only do I gift my celebrity clients, but I make sure that women who are cancer survivors, women who are re-entering the workforce, I make sure that they also too get some of those Hollywood perks. It's been a beautiful journey.
Because it's not just the Hollywood perks, it changes lives. We have a look at some of the work Sam is doing.
One day I just got a fever and it got worse and worse, and next thing you knew I was in the emergency room, and I figured, all right, I'm only going to be here for a few hours, but then the doctors came in and told me that I had cancer and said that I only had 30 days to live. The first thing that goes through your head is just nothing. You're just numb. You're thinking, this can't be happening to me. No, this can't, because I have so much of my life ahead of me. There's still so much I want to do. No, you've got the wrong person. There were many times where I remember lying there on the hospital bed and just hearing all the clicking of the machines. No one comes to visit at night except for your thoughts. And they're pretty dark thoughts.
In 2011, I was coming off a photo shoot in Hollywood, and I had sort of a light bulb moment. The actress on set was hounding me for a free pair of shoes, and I didn't want to give her the free pair of shoes. And I was leaving the job, coming down the canyon. I thought to myself that I would rather gift those shoes to a woman in need. I see what a designer handbag can do for an actress on the red carpet, how it can be a confidence booster. I keep myself together.
Yeah, it's emotional.
Tell us about that moment, though.
Yeah, Christine's a really special story because she's a two-time cancer survivor. She came to Hollywood with dreams of becoming a screenwriter. She was so upside down in bills, getting her health together, that her dreams were just sort of falling to the wayside. And when I heard her story through third party, she didn't know who I was, I said, oh, we've got to do something. So I called my friends over at Sleepy Hollow, and we got her a paid internship for a year, and we got her a brand new wardrobe boost. And guys, if you could see her today, she's such an amazing soul, and she has tapped into her dreams. And she is now not only paying it forward with getting people to join the bone marrow registry, which saved her life, but also to going and just continuing the journey of what I've created. And now she's this powerhouse writer who hasn't forgotten about how she got there. It's
so
been really exciting, you
And
guys.
just to say that, you know, in the HEAL document that we're going tonight plays into this because it's important for people to know and for doctors to say it's okay to diagnose, but don't prognose.
Yeah.
Don't give us that prognosis because it's
Yeah.
not the truth.
Yeah.
The truth is that anything's possible, and
True.
knowing that what you're doing gives them that thought that look, we all need to come together. And so I just want to
Yeah.
say thank you so much for doing your part.
I was like any other dreamer who came here. I came here from Austin, Texas, and I wanted to reinvent myself. And then when it happened, when I was working with Stevie Wonder and I'm window shopping with Sophia Bush down Melrose Avenue, I realized this isn't enough. That there's more that I can do with my time, my talents, my resources. And so I'm not here for my ego. I'm really here to help just share my resources with people who aren't as connected as I am.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's so important. You know, we get gifts every single day. It's
Yeah.
ridiculous. And we have such abundance. And I think we have so many clothes hanging in our closets that are
Yeah.
designer clothes that we should be sharing them. We should be
We
giving
should.
them away. We should be, I mean, like, it's so important.
Well, after you're photographed on Instagram, you know, X amount of times and
it's
something,
done.
you're over
Right,
it.
right.
And you're looking for the next thing. Well, there's someone who's just dreaming of having a new pair of shoes, who's going on a job interview next week, who could really help, who could really be helped.
It's amazing what wardrobe can do to the way you feel.
Well, we're in a surface world. I mean, we can talk about spirituality all day, but we all are still bound here by gravity. This is a surface experience.
Completely.
Yeah.
I'm feeling it. It's getting a little saggy. No, just kidding. so how can we all get involved? How can we get involved with the Giving Closet? How?
People, I love just sharing the message of Giving Closet. I'm at givingcloset.net. But more importantly, I think we can all look into our individual resources and talents and how can we sponsor somebody else? How can we help someone in our neighborhood? Giving Closet really is just there to inspire people to get in touch with what are your resources? What can you do to help somebody else? Who can you mentor? Who can you talk to? Who can you feed? Who can cry on your shoulder? That's all.
So amazing.
So such an important message.
Yeah.
Who have been your mentors? Sam?
I've had many mentors. Vicki Snow in Houston, who first discovered me. I was a actor, model, waiter, not sure what I was going to do with my future. She tapped me on the shoulder and said, Sam, you should be in fashion. Vicki Snow in Houston, art director, who really pointed me on that path. Paige Parks in Texas, who pointed me on that path. We all have so many people who have given us a chance, who've given you a chance. You've used that smile to get in the door. You've used these brains, these looks to get into a door, but someone still had to give us a chance. And so, yeah, those people in Texas is where it started for me.
So important.
Oh, and Stevie Wonder. That was the best. Traveling with him, being in his circle for 2 years, balancing my ego and focusing on my gifts. I learned that a lot from him. Best paying client I ever had.
Really?
Best paying client I ever had.
What you love most about Stevie Wonder?
Oh, just his love for his fans. Yeah, he lives for his fans, his music, his kids. Seeing him be so swamped with 100 things going on and taking time to be with his kids. And I stopped and I would watch these moments and go, yeah, this is what matters in life. Not fame, not how much money you can bring, or who do you know, or Barack Obama calling you on the other line. It's about that. That was really so beautiful because I didn't have that growing up. I didn't have a close relationship with my dad. So it really stood out to me.
I love that. How can people work with you? I mean, because if they're a celebrity, they can work with you, and if they need some help, they could reach out as well.
Yeah,
right?
I love it. I love it when the designers reach out to me, the Tory Birchers that want to donate. I welcome all the correspondence. Again, I'm just here to remind people the importance of, getting in touch with the dark so you can really appreciate the light. And that's so much more universal than just fashion.
true.
Whatever darkness you're hiding, heal it, deal with it, touch it, cry over it, ask for help, because your life is waiting for you. Your life is waiting for you once you start to heal. So I don't just believe in like illusions and small talk, and I don't have a lot of time for that. We don't have time for that.
We have a dress for it. I don't have the time.
So true. Well, thank you so much for all your work in the community and just for all of us. Yeah.
Thank you for the love.
Just love your heart.
So much, so much.
I want to give a big shout out for Andy Waldman, our producer here, that's given us all, opened up this beautiful platform and community here for all of us as well. So thank you guys.
Andy!
Yeah. So stay tuned, you guys. We will be right back. Welcome to Good Morning LaLa Land. We are so excited to announce
that Good Morning LaLa Land is now being featured on Connect TV.
That's right. You can check it out on Apple TV, Roku, iOS, and Android, as well as on the web.
Check us out. We're going to be everywhere, literally.
We are going to believe, connect, and change the world. It's going to be a Good Morning LaLa Land.
We are back with who is considered one of the most talented clairvoyants in the country, Rebecca Fearing. I met her the other day. She has a show on LA Talk Radio, incredibly talented psychic medium, healer, and all the above. Thank you so much for being here today.
Oh my God, it's a pleasure. I'm honored.
So appreciate it.
I was very excited, and then we met in a very unusual way because I was already booked on the show, and then Erin and I bumped into each other at LA Talk Radio. And when she said who she was, I was like, okay, you know, I guess it's all meant to be.
It's meant to be,
so
that's
here
right.
we are. Yes.
And we were in the middle of the conversation, oh, and you're showing all of a sudden she started kind of like doing a little, she's like, oh, I see some pictures. And it was profound. She had people's names. She had people that had passed away's names. I was like, whoa, this is the real deal.
Right.
What's up, sister?
Well, you know what the thing is, I did not choose this profession. I was always psychic. I'm born like that. It runs in my family through my grandmother. And I actually started in Hollywood. I was getting discovered when I was very young by some really powerful people in Hollywood. And I went for a hot minute to the Strasberg, you know, when they had with Strasbergs, and Anna Strasberg said she heard about me. And she said, how long before you want to be a movie star? And I said, I don't know. And I don't really know. And she goes, you're in. Then God appeared to me, and God said to me, Rebecca, don't do it. You'll be a washed-up movie star when you're 50, but I will put you back in the media when you're 50. And actually, all that did happen. And very strange story how I became a psychic. I was 34. I was pregnant with my son, and a girl said to me, Rebecca, you know how psychic you are, because people knew that I had something going on. She says, you want to work on the first psychic hotlines. And I'm like, I don't know about that, right? I'm pregnant, you know, it's a little weird, okay? I decided to go, and I walked in, and I was like, I don't know about this. So I went down, the guy goes, immediately, you are so psychic, lady, you're hired. And I'm like, whoa, but I'm so pregnant. You know? And I was like, maybe I should wait till after I have my baby, at least, you know, because I wasn't sure.
There's a lot of energy to come through.
Yeah, I was like, I'll wait till my son's born. So my son really propelled me, because I didn't want anybody watching him but me. Where could I do a job where I could also be a mom and still a working mother? So I could work in the evenings, and I got really good. And it was a very interesting job to work with people that all knew everything about you the minute you walked in the door. So it really it was an interesting beginning. And then after that, I really was divinely guided. I never solicit, I don't advertise, and everything that has come to me has actually come to me, like being here today on this show.
Like me showing up at LA, I know.
Yeah.
Angelica, we want to give a shout out to Angelica, because she's the one who connected us.
Yeah, she said,
she's
Rebecca,
amazing.
you want to do this? And I was like, yeah, that sounds really fun. And we have an interesting story, how somebody that she loved very dearly and passed away. So, you know, it's really word of mouth.
I'm really curious, Rebecca. What does your psychic ability feel like? What does it look like when you get these messages? Are you seeing people? Are you hearing
Yes.
things? Is it just thoughts? What is that like for you?
Well, first of all, everybody has psychic ability. Every creature on this earth has some intuitive ability. Even animals have it, a lot of it. Sometimes they know events like earthquakes or other events that the world is moving and shaking, so you can kind of watch through them if there's something going on. I read for animals too. And it is like, for me, it is as normal now as using my arm or leg. I have seen people physically, like, how do I explain it? Not a ghost. I had this woman knock on my door at my office, and I said, "Oh, I'm running 10 minutes late." She says, "Oh, that's okay." She had jewelry on, she had a pink jacket on, she had a white shirt, she had blonde hair, and she looked slightly familiar to me. And so she shut the door, and then I opened the door, and there's this guy standing there in blue jeans and a blue top. And I said, "Where's the lady in the pink top? Did she get mad because I'm running a little bit late?" He goes, "No, you told me that." I go, No. You're not the blonde lady in the pink jacket." But he goes, "Rebecca, that was my mother-in-law. She passed away 7 years ago from cancer. And she came all the way from heaven to give a message to her children. And I was able to actually pass that message on, and I talked to her as real as I'm talking to you guys."
Wow.
So you have to, in my world, really be resilient to the unusual that has now, though, become the normal for me. You know, I'm used to it now. And if you are with me at any amount of time, like when we talk to you, that day was kind of magical inside that LA Talk Radio because of the things that were going on with the other people that I met that day. And if you enter, if you're with me, you will enter into it too. You will enter into the energy, the experience. You may experience the paranormal also.
Are we in the energy now?
We want a quick. We don't have a lot of time. We want a little, like, some of the insight. We want to know if there's anything for you with us.
Yeah, there's a lot going on in here. The space is good because it lends the type of energy you need to do the interviews in here. You also have so much going on with you. Okay, so and you are always destined to be in the media in some way, shape, or form. You also, I don't know if this is true to you now, you have some writing ability, and I don't know if you've tapped into that yet.
Writing, yes. I write.
Because I'm looking at it, I'm saying keep going with it, go forward with it. The name Andrew is very strong around you, and will have a big meaning into your life. I'm not sure if that's who you know now, but it's very strong around you.
I know an Andrew or two, yeah.
Yeah, so one that you feel comfortable calling, you may want to give them a call, but don't be surprised if they give you a call first.
Oh.
You also have so much with the friend Nick. You know, we've talked about that, right? And also, you have some psychic ability like I do, but I don't know if you perceive it as much as I do, but I would pay attention when you have a hunch or a vibe, or you have a dream that seems to be a precognition, premonition. Write it down, because you definitely are developing your own intuitive ability at a very, very high accelerated rate right now. The books will be amazing, and also you have a lot going on, is more exposure about who you are and what your message is. So this is a good team. You guys were always meant to be together, the three of you. There was another female that could have been involved, but I don't see her now in the loop. But so you have known each other, you even kind of look alike, but you knew each other from other lifetimes. So if you believe in past lives,
That
there's
makes sense.
a connection here. I don't know if you felt familiar the first time you met her or comfortable, but if you did your, like maybe your DNA tested it, you might see that you guys even loop around each other through
Maybe she's
ancestry.
my sister or daughter.
I'm not sure.
Okay.
There's a whole story.
Wow.
And marriage is so, you got the pink energy going on over here around you. Lots of pink, which indicates love, marriage, happy times in that area. And do you have any connections to Ohio? Anybody here?
Yes, I do. My whole family's from Ohio.
Oh, because I kept hearing the people here from the other side say, "We're from Ohio." And they want to be acknowledged. Their history wants to be acknowledged. And it's, there could be, there's Cleveland and Shaker Heights and all that, but it's kind of in that Euclid, that area.
Cleveland. I
Yeah.
have huge roots. Very, very famous family in America.
Yeah.
And lots of powerful spirits, for sure.
Well, you know what the thing is my family also, Ohio, they started Ohio. So maybe they're all guiding us too. They might have known some of the same people. But they want to be acknowledged. It would be lovely to tell your story, but that also goes back to ancestry, which maybe on the show sometimes you can talk about it and share it. and see how we're all connected somehow.
Oh, that's beautiful.
The gentleman that wants to be acknowledged from Cleveland, he would like you to know that he is involved in your life also. I don't have his name, but he's a nice looking man, very, yeah, I'm like, you're a cutie. And, but I would love to hear that story sometime. So, and you will be going back to Ohio for something that you're going to be doing, and it'll be a good time, and I would go if I were you.
Okay, good.
Does that make sense? Then,
Yeah, just very interesting, the roots. We have a very interesting heritage.
Yeah, it is fascinating, and it's important, and we'll see if the two of you are connected, or the three of you maybe. And I feel lots about Florida in here also.
That could be me.
You too, right? I know, I'm like, am I in Florida now?
My head's always in Florida, especially when it's overcast outside. But yeah, I spend a lot of time in Florida.
Florida, right? Yeah, because I'm in Ohio, and then I'm like, that said Florida. I'm zooming around. And well, that's comfortable to you, not only the connection you have from other lifetimes, again, if you believe in past lives, from not only Miami, but Cuba. And so the weather, the people, the feel would be feel like home to you.
It definitely does.
Yes, and so you'll go when you feel comfortable. You'll possibly even buy a place there when the time is right. And then it will always be like a home base for you somehow. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. Yeah. You gotta keep that quiet. I got so many friends that like Cuban cigars. They're gonna give me that right away.
I had to say it because I'm like, I don't think yours is Florida. I think it's over here.
That's wild.
So it's a little bit how I do. I read your story. I hear your people talking. Erin's people were very loud, and they said Cleveland very loud. And yours was just he needs Florida sometimes. He needs to go. And then you have also. You have an interesting story about your family too, and if you really did your research, I think there's some musicians in there somehow. I don't know if you know of that. Though.
I don't. I need to check. I need to look that up.
Yeah, you should look it up because it's definitely strong around you. The arts, and also the creative thought process that you have in the line of part of your family. So that'd be fun for you guys to like do maybe a show on it.
We should do a show
on it. That would be so fascinating.
Fun, right? Reveal
The
our
big
whole-
reveal.
Yeah. I love that. Well, we also want to invite you back for a longer interview. We love your work, and
Thank
so
you.
excited to get involved with LA Talk Radio as well. And I don't know, maybe we'll come co-host one of your shows.
Oh
or
no, you've got to
something
come
like
on my show. I just want the message here is that the things I talk about God, paranormal, or heaven, I have physical evidence of this. I don't work alone. I could not do this job alone. There's no way. It's just not me alone. And I have recently, through technology and spirituality, which would take a long time to communicate to you guys, I've bridged that gap. I have proof that there's heaven, and I have proof that there's no death, and that we all live on in a different dimensions, and that we're not really informed right because there's a lot of fear in it, and there should be no fear. So, maybe if you come on my show, I'll expose you guys.
Please
to some
do.
of my-
I would love that.
For sure.
And
how can people work with you?
well, they can reach me. I have a website, RebeccaFearing.com, but you can also call my office. Everybody has my phone number, so it's okay. It's 818-923-4443. Text me because I get a million calls. We do get back to you. We every single one of you are important to us, even if it takes a little bit back to get back to you. And we read for people all over the world, every culture, every religion, there's no difference to me. One God for all people.
Thank you so much for your divine light. So stay tuned, you guys. We will be right back.
So how was that? Pretty
So
good?
wonderful.
Okay.
On the HEAL Advisory Board, I got involved with this organization because it's the answer to our healthcare problem. Listen to me. You go to urgent care, you go to emergency room, you are paying for all that equipment, all that infrastructure, you're wasting time, you're exposing yourself to sick people. All you gotta do is go to heal.com or get the HEAL app at heal.com, get that HEAL app, and you can have a doctor wherever you are. It's $99 if you don't have insurance, though most insurances cover it. It's the most effective way to get the care you're looking for and the most cost efficient. $99 all in. That's it. And you get a board certified physician to show up wherever you are, your home, your work, whatever it is, 8A to 8P, 7 days a week, including holidays. And that board certified individual, that licensed professional, is going to just be paying attention to you and focusing on you and using his or her judgment to take care of your needs in that moment. Go to HEAL. Check it out. You'll see what I'm saying. You'll see what I'm talking about.
welcome back. We are live in Los Angeles and we have kittens. I'm so excited to welcome the foster coordinator of Kitten Rescue, Cynthia, with us today. Who is the cutest star of the show?
This is Dumpling. She's
Dumpling.
about 3 months old.
Yeah. Hi, Dumpling. Hi, baby. So, Kitten Rescue is one of the largest and most respected animal rescues in Los Angeles. Tell us
Yes.
about it.
So Kitten Rescue was founded in 1997, so we've been around 21 years now. It's okay, Dumpling. We foster out kittens, cats. We have senior cats, kittens, absolutely. In 2016, we opened a neonatal nursery, which is where Dumpling came from. We rescued her and her siblings at about 2 weeks old. So we bottle fed them round the clock. And it's something, we get a very large influx of kittens here in Los Angeles. They come into the city shelters, they come into the county shelters, and the shelters aren't equipped to bottle feed kittens 24/7. So something like our nursery, the Best Friends Nursery, the SNP LA Nursery, all these nurseries are there to help bottle feed these orphan kittens and get them to a point where we can adopt them out.
Aww. Now kittens are like, I think they're one of the top rated YouTube things. People love cats.
Yes.
What?
Yeah.
They're obsessed with cats.
This Dumpling. How can you not love this? Love this little angel.
So how many kittens are rescued? Do you know any of the stats, anything around it?
Kitten Rescue so far in 2018 has taken in about 350 kittens from the LA city shelters.
Wow.
We typically rescue about 1,000 cats a year and then adopt out about 1,000 cats.
You guys are literally walking angels. I mean, that's so incredible work. It's such incredible work. And so how do you find homes?
So we have adoption events, we have our online listings. We have a lot of people who find us through the online listings now. We have an open house this weekend. We're announcing the grand opening of our little mini adoption center, which will have a bunch of kittens available for adoption. So people can come to our open house this Sunday from 12 to 4 in Atwater Village. If you go to our website, you can find the address there. And they can come to the adoption center 7 days a week, meet adoptable kittens, and hopefully find the right match.
Now we heard that they've passed along California that the pet stores no longer take animals from breeders. Is that correct?
Correct.
That's
Yes.
wonderful.
Yeah, they have to
Congratulations,
be animals
California.
from rescues, which
So-
is great.
So everyone out there, if you're looking for a cat, do not buy from a breeder because you are prolonging all these kittens being born that will have to be put down. So
It's illegal.
the point, and it's illegal. Well, is it illegal?
It's not illegal
No.
to actually buy them. It is illegal to sell pets from breeders in pet stores.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
A little bit of a difference.
Gotcha. That's a good clarification.
Good clarification. That's wonderful.
Is
Oh my
Dumpling
gosh.
looking for a home?
Dumpling is looking for a home. She would like to go to a home with another kitty because she's still very young and very playful. She's being super well behaved today, but she's actually very
Right.
energetic.
So are there certain types of cats that are more mellow than other cats, that are more like lap cats versus more independent?
Yes. With kittens, it's harder to tell. Just like with children, you change, you get older.
So it's not just the type of kid.
Exactly. It's the
personality.
personality.
Okay,
It's 100% personality. There may be a little bit of genetic factors, but unlike dogs, there's not a ton of very distinctive cat breeds. Most of them are just kind of generic domestic short hair.
Because dogs are like, if you get a Jack Russell Terrier, forget
Yeah.
about it. Like it's
Yeah,
not
you're
going to
gonna have
be.
a lot of energy.
Yeah, right. So there's
Yeah.
breeds, and I didn't know if there's that. With
Yeah,
cats.
there's not as much. It's really the personality.
Okay.
And each cat changes as they get to an adult. So if you want a very specific personality, I would look for an adult cat. And
Oh,
cats can live 15, 20 years. So getting a 1 or 2 year old cat is not getting an old cat by any means. They're full size. They're actually usually about full size by 6 to 8 months.
really?
So they grow really, really fast.
So I had a cat when I was a little girl, and we had these water beds. Like I said, it was the leftovers of the 60s, 70s. We had water beds, and we would somehow not have our beds made most of the days, and there was bubbles on. And I had a little cat that I called Bubbles because she would run around and try and catch the bubbles on the water bed.
how
And so we didn't have any more cats. Bubbles passed away. I think she got lost out in the woods. It was really sad. But cats are so special because they're much easier than dogs to take care of generally, right?
Yes. Yeah, they can be a lot easier. The biggest thing I find people saying is, I'm going to be gone all day. I don't have time to come back and walk them. And cats can be more independent in that sense. They do need people, though. They do need to be cared for. They do need company. And that's why, especially with kittens, you should always get 2 kittens if you don't have any other cats. because they need someone to play with, to romp, to wrestle, and if they don't have that, they're going to do it to your
companion.
stuff and your face and your arms, and they're going to bug you all night long. So they're like little kids. They need friends.
Well, where can people find more information about the Adoption Center and how to donate?
Go to kittenrescue.org. And all of our information is on there.
I love that. Thank you so much
Thank
for all your
you.
work.
Being here.
And have a wonderful day, you guys. Oh my gosh, what a great show. It's been
What
an
a great
amazing show.
Yeah, stay tuned. We're going to bring all our guests back on in just a minute.
Welcome back to Good Morning La La Land. We're having a fantastic day. My gosh, I just feel the love today. And I have to thank you guys all for being here.
So much service. You guys are all in service. That's been really the theme of the day, I think, for me, is just watching how people create beautiful lives, and it's really through service. It's the greatest way. So thank you so much for all of your work.
Service and the love of kittens. Dumpling is looking for a home. So if you are in Los Angeles and you have the ability to adopt not one, but two, or you already have a little kitty, be sure to go to their event in Atwater Village this Saturday, because
Sunday.
Sunday. Get there early.
This Sunday.
That's right. Wait.
Because dumpling is so cute.
Dumpling's chill right now, and then you're going to get around and be like, up on the curtains. No, just kidding.
Oh my goodness. Well, we are Good Morning La La Land, America's first live streaming daily talk show, and we're just so grateful to have the community of all of you.
We really
today.
are. You guys like, share, and comment, support, give back, find your own expression and service for sure. And knowing that each day we're here at 9 a.m., we are waking up the world together, and may you live your truth, have the best day ever, because this is all, we're here.
So,
This
it's
is
all
The
in
only
your hands.
truth is love and kittens.
so cute, you
Have
guys.
a good morning, La La Land.
Thank you so much, you guys, for everything.
Seriously.